It is Tuesday, June 2nd, and this is CONCACAF Video Signals. Today on Video Signals, the CONCACAF Ordinary Congress was held yesterday in the Bahamas. We'll bring you the news from the gathering. Toronto FC can clinch a spot in the Champions League tonight in Vancouver. We'll preview the game. Join me on a trip around the Confederation, and then let's complete the show with the always popular CONCACAF quiz. We start in the Bahamas, where the CONCACAF Ordinary Congress was held yesterday. The national associations that comprise CONCACAF re-elected President Jack Warner and General Secretary Chuck Blazer without opposition to the FIFA Executive Committee for another 4 years to represent the CONCACAF region. Warner, who was first elected to the Executive Committee in 1983, will retain his post as FIFA Vice President and act as CONCACAF's Caribbean representative until 2013. Blazer will return to his post as the representative from North America, a position he has held since 1996. Vice President Alfredo Howitt of Honduras, Captain Horace Burrell of Jamaica, and the USA's Sunil Gulati also were re-elected to the CONCACAF Executive Committee. CONCACAF members were given presentations on a number of key developments within the last year, including the new CONCACAF office in Miami and expansion of the existing one in Guatemala City, the Referee Assistance Program, the development of an online training library that will be made available in numerous languages to players and coaches all over the world, free of charge, a new medical training initiative called CONCACAF Winners Health that will provide football-relevant support on medical issues through internet-based videos, as well as presentations on the recently completed CONCACAF Champions League and the upcoming Gold Cup. Last but not least, Clive Toye, Anthony James, and Julio Rocha were inducted into the CONCACAF Hall of Fame. The FIFA Congress will also be held today and tomorrow in the Bahamas, hosted by CONCACAF. Now to Champions League news. It may be a new rivalry on the Canadian sports landscape, but it hasn't taken long to come to a boil. Canadian club pride will be on the line tonight when the Vancouver Whitecaps host Toronto FC on match day 5 of the Neutralite Canadian Championship at Swangard Stadium in Burnaby, Canada. Toronto FC comes into the match needing only a tie to claim its place in the next Champions League. Vancouver needs a victory, plus be the recipient of some help when Toronto next meets already eliminated Montreal on the last day of play. In last year's competition, Vancouver captured 4 points against Toronto. This year, Toronto has the early advantage after a 1-0 home win at BMO Field on May 6th. Toronto tops the table with a perfect 6 points from 2 games. The Whitecaps are second with 6 from 3. After tonight, Toronto has 1 game left, a visit to Montreal to face the Impact on June 18th. Now, let's see what's happening around the Confederation. CONCACAF reaches its midway point in World Cup qualifying tomorrow night with a top-of-the-table clash as first-place USA travels to San Jose to meet second-place Costa Rica. The Ticos, who have won 2 of 3 final-round qualifiers, can take over the top spot with a win as they try to qualify for their 4th World Cup since 1990. Video Signals will have a complete preview tomorrow. And that completes our brief trip around CONCACAF. Now it is time for today's CONCACAF quiz. Yesterday, we asked you to answer true or false to the following statement. The USA has never beaten Costa Rica at Costa Rica in a full international match. Our thanks to everyone who responded. The correct answer is true. In 8 games against Costa Rica at Costa Rica, the USA is winless with 2 ties and 6 defeats. For today's question, we stick with the USA and Costa Rica. The last time the U.S. scored at Costa Rica was on July 23, 2000. A 2-1 win for the home team. Who scored the USA's lone goal in that game? If you think you know the answer, please send an email to videosignals@concacaf.org before 12 p.m. New York time tomorrow. Those who answer correctly will have their names placed into a weekly contest where the winner will receive a CONCACAF prize. Well, that's all for today. Thanks for joining us at Video Signals, your source for CONCACAF news.